Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy to have you here with me as I fumble my words and say this thing that I probably shouldn't say, but I did save just now, so it's not a big deal. I have reasons to believe that your brother was murdered. Oh, I need to say a name after that. Really? You know who did it? I don't know yet, but I'll find out. Oh man, I'm gonna need another drink. Yeah, he's drunk. I'm also reloading. Actually, I shouldn't reload that save, because I don't know if I quick saved at the end of last episode. I know I have the actual save. So, we have a murder investigation. And we also need to find where his brother lived, because I have no idea. We should talk to Pasquale, and we should talk to Tanner, most likely. But I suppose even though I have the key... Oh, this is where he lived. I was going to say, even though I have the key for his room, it doesn't mean that I'm allowed in there. And it shouldn't mean that I'm allowed in there, because, well, many reasons. What do we have over here? An electromagnetic discharger. And we got a personal laptop. Not a personal computer. It's a Mac. A broken thermostat. Or thermostat, that's how it is. This thermostat looks like it has been smashed pretty badly by someone. It's kind of funny that it is called a thermostat, because a thermostat is a crafting component, and not an... it's like you don't do anything with a thermostat. And while some parts of devices, like maybe your central heating, has like a specific control unit that you call a thermostat, that's not actually what that is. Although it might have a thermostat inside. A thermostat is... I don't know where it is, actually. I also resorted through everything, so... yeah. Oh, it's over there. A thermostat is just a... Is a tool that detects a temperature threshold. That's all it is. And I think you can never have a thermostat that has like variable detection, because it's not called a thermostat anymore. I think that would be... There's another name that's kind of similar to that. But still, it's a thermostat, and it's a thing that you have inside computers, even. No, actually, inside of computers, temperature is measured differently. But you have that in, I don't know, your toaster. Your toaster has a thermostat, probably. A lot of heating, or devices with heating, have thermostats to prevent overheating. Welcome, Patrick. Please select one of the following options. And Big Brett's pen heating. The big jackass came today and brought me a smashed thermostat. He was so angry at me, started screaming and called me incompetent. An incompetent nincompoop. Oh no, it's this new language again, whatever that is. Since the brute smashed it in anger, I can't tell if he's just stupid or doesn't know how to use it, or the unit itself had a problem. I'll check it out later. Big Brett. Stupid? He comes across as the smartest person on the station, honestly. Vera. Let's go with Vera. Apparently, I'm a computer expert now. Vera called me the other day to see why her computer was freezing. I took a quick look, but couldn't figure what was wrong. Couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. Reminder to check it out later after I fix the lock pad in medical. Lennox called again. He wants to see me. He's probably worried about my back hurting again. Damn it, I've had these problems since the Core City riots, and he knows that the pain periodically comes and goes. Reminder to self, call him and tell him I'm fine. I shouldn't have even told him about the pain returning in the first place. And we have the door in medical. Pasquale asked me to see what's wrong with the door lock pad in medical. He mentioned the card is usually recognized after the 9th or 10th time, which is of course unacceptable. He gave me a spare to test it later and figure out why the bloody thing won't work. Reminder, also check out the lights in the operating room. He forgets about the D. One of them is flickering and the patients are getting nervous. And Quentin stopped to talk about Big jackass, because he doesn't like Brett for some reason. He thinks I've got something against him and that I'm messing the heaters up on purpose. Like he knows I'm doing my best, but if I've got something against jackass, he doesn't like Brett. The name, let alone the person for sure. I got my notebook over here. I need to write some names down. I should talk to Tanner about it, not be a jerk. Also, I'm seriously endangering the whole station by hurting the hoppers. I'm already convicted, I guess. I don't know what that means. Damn it, I'm great with everyone here, but there's well, not with Brett. You are not. But there's gonna be someone or two. Someone or two. That's not how you say that. There's gotta be one. Or two. I can see why different languages might write that differently. So, we have Big Brett. Big Brett, because we're going to need to interrogate all these people. We have Vera. We have Lennox, but that's our quest giver, basically. We have Pasquale. And we have Quinton. I don't remember who Quinton is. Didn't we read into that? Yeah. He's gotta be next to Big Red. So, technical documentation. This folder contains multiple ebooks and manuals on various equipment. Other than that, you find nothing important. Seriously? That's the most important thing. Oh, wait a minute. We have the mortuary keycard. And a locked locker. So he died and they didn't clear his room out, which is interesting as well. But we don't need to read into that particular bit of the tale, because it might. I mean, the easiest explanation to that is, well, they had to leave evidence behind, otherwise this quest wouldn't exist. And so let's go to medical, and see if we can find Quinton. Maybe we can find patient records over here. Brett Fields, Patrick, Michael Mortington. There's nothing here. Surgery room lights are flickering. It looks like a horror scene in there. Call someone to fix it. Repair the lock pad. Reminder to notify someone to check that broken lock pad. I swear it took 10 to 15... Yeah. Quinton's dial-up micro-crunk-crunk. Quinton retrieved a single dose of the crunk-crunk-crunk. He mentioned he needed it for testing on burrowers. Why do we even have one of the strongest neurotoxins in our inventory? Wait. What do you mean? Why do we even have one of the strongest neurotoxins in our inventory? Because if you didn't have it, it wouldn't be in your inventory. So you wouldn't have any neurotoxins in your inventory. What are you... Oh. I don't even. Let's not dwell too much on that. Pasquale is over here. And nobody else. Big Brett is not here either. Just have some doctors. Okay. So, save the game. And let's have a chat with Pasquale. Hello, Carrie. What do you know about Patrick Pierce's death? Here we go again. Look, I have checked the body and did various tests. I don't know what killed him. The problem with people here is that they think being a doctor means you know everything related to medicine. I'm not a forensic pathologist. We don't have one here, unfortunately. So I can only do my best to check the body and move on to treating the living. So unless you have something specific or some specific information about his death, we can't really discuss it any further. What if his death was a well-planned murder? Well, I found no traces of toxins or any other deadly substances in his blood. He doesn't have any wounds, internal or external, on his body, and I checked it twice. A violent death is highly unlikely. Well, I guess that's that, isn't it? I can't really say anything else. Oh, we have the morgue, though. Was it here before? Yeah, we have a corpse now. The body bag in front of you contains a male corpse. A label on the bag reads Patrick Pierce. It appears that the corpse has been here for some time, but the extremely low temperature of the freezer prevented it from decaying. No matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to determine the cause of this man's death. You touch the corpse, but nothing interesting happens. Well, I guess that's that, isn't it? Might as well close the morgue. It's interesting that there was a key card for the morgue. I don't know what to say about that, to be honest. Anyway, Pasquale is written off of my list, and now we need to find Quinton and Big Brett. Quinton is over here. I figured he'd be either here or in the same level as Big Brett. Forgot something. That's not his voice, but sure. Hey, Quinton, could you take a look at this for me? I have a broken off spike. I don't know what that is for. What is this? A pirate? What? Pyrite? But pyrite is gold colored, while this is... No, not... It's a pirate. What the heck? Why are there options here? No, not pyrite, the fool's gold. You should have commas, and also it's fool's gold, not the fool's gold. It's not the gold of the fool, it's the gold of fools. But pirate the devilish handsome outlaw that sails the waterways. The filthy smelling water bandit that pollutes the waterways. The person that robs the ferries. Let's go with that one. I don't even know what we're talking about. Wait. This used to be a pirate? A spike. Yeah, the guy I broke this piece off had been fully solidified by what I think is some kind of psionic force. I see that it's all about. Well, psionics are always a possibility. So what do you reckon? I don't remember what quest this is for. He carefully inspects the sample. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of something you'd get as a result of pyrolysis. Oh, as in decomposition of material through high temperature? In an inert atmosphere. That's the important bit. Yeah, I was gonna say, because that just sounds like burning things. That's the important bit, because otherwise it's just good old burning. Yeah, it's called anaerobic burning, I believe. That's how you make coal. If you thermally treat an organic carbon-based material in an inert atmosphere, it's inert because it doesn't have fuel. Or actually, it's not fuel, it's the oxygen, specifically. The absence of reactives, yeah. It doesn't have, it's the fuel and the reactor, so yeah. The absence of reactive gases allows the material to undergo physical and chemical separation into different molecules. This is how you obtain things like biochar, for example, because you couldn't have normal char. In the most extreme cases of pyrolysis, called carbonization, the end result is mostly carbon. Looking at the sample you brought here, I'd say that this is precisely what happened to the man this used to be a part of. I'm no geologist, but carbon allotropes, different forms in which an element can exist, produced naturally through high pressure, are things like diamond or graphite, the latter of which is formed in very thin, easily shearable layers. Here, the layers are all fused together in an uneven fashion that makes natural origin improbable. No, the more I think about it, the more I'm convinced this is just a strangely shaped piece of pyrolytic carbon, similar to graphite, but artificial and imperfect. But if I understood correctly, pyrolization only works in the absence of oxygen. This guy was carbonized in the middle of a cave. Then the acting psionic force you suspect of somehow did not involve oxygen? May I ask where you found this carbonized man? He struck a psi monolith with a mining pick. This is the... I didn't know he was a pirate. But this is the man, or the part of the spike from a man that we found in the big blue crystal atop the passage into the expansion area. It's been a while, but yeah. A psi monolith. I've heard about strange pillars holding great psionic powers within them. I've never seen one myself, however. Well, this one is at the entrance to the Black Sea. Tall, angular, and brilliant. It's a structure whose presence warps perception. I'm feeling very poetic all of a sudden. Difficult to describe. I can only imagine. You know, I wouldn't mind you telling me about these monoliths when you have the time, as you seem to know quite a few things about them. More than I do, that's for certain. Sure. Carbonization, yes. So apparently when he, the pirate, struck the monolith, he unleashed some kind of psionic force that carbonized him regardless of the surrounding atmosphere, most likely in an instant. Looking at the sample and basing my hypotheses on the things you have told me, that seems like the most plausible explanation. This does explain a few things. Thanks a lot, Quentin. Appreciate it. Anytime, Carrie. You sure bring me interesting things to study. Was there anything else you needed from me? What do you know about Patrick Pierce's death? Patrick? Was it a heart attack? I forgot. I remember all the fuss about it. Was it a heart attack? I can't remember. It happened 2 months ago. I don't see why it's important anyway. Oh, can you tell me what he was like as a person? He was a friendly guy, approachable. We were a different sort of people. He'd hang out more with people like Harold or Wayne than me or Brett, for example. But he was polite, and he'd chat from time to time. We'd chat from time to time. Although, just before he died, Brett complained about some heaters he was installing in the hopper pens. Said he did a sloppy job. It was true, the poor hoppers were about to die from overheating. Brett got a bit mad, and I understand him completely. I even talked to Patrick once about the whole situation. Well. That is interesting. Oh, this is Big Brett's level. What can I do for you? He asks. What do you know about Patrick Pierce's death? Yeah, I remembered it all right. He seemed healthy and, well, but then one day, he didn't leave his room for almost the entire day, and when they went to check up on him, they found him dead in the bed. Poor guy. So he didn't leave the room at all. What do you mean for almost the entire day? Anyway, can you tell me what he was like as a person? I liked Pat, but he was a good person, even though we had some disagreements. Yeah, like the fact that he likes you. He didn't like you. That's the disagreement. For example, I asked him to install some heaters for my hoppers. He did so and everything was supposed to be automatic. Fine, I come back. My hoppers are lying on their side with their tongues out. I felt like I entered a furnace. I don't know how he messed up, but I specifically told him to test it and to be careful, like 100 times. Make sure it freaking worked before you fire it up. My hoppers nearly died because of it. I know it sounds like I'm overreacting, but this is serious work. I'm fitting the station, for crying out loud. It does not sound like you're overreacting at all. You should see the people who overreact, and then you'd know. So I guess that's that, really. Can't go in there. Oh. That probably is locked. There's pigs back here. It is not locked. Okay. So Quentin is done, and so is Big Brett. Now Vera. She might know something. So she's in admin. I doubt that she knows anything. But if I'm just gonna accuse somebody, I don't really see how I have any evidence. Hey, how can I help you, Carrie? What do you know about Patrick Pierce's death? He died in his sleep. While it's true that Pasquale never discovered the exact cause of death, I believe it's nothing to worry about. Someone suggested a bacteria that lives in the ventilation system, but that would mean the death of us all, wouldn't it? If you want to learn more, just talk to Pasquale. I'm sure he'll tell you all you want to know. I'm far too busy anyway. So I think we need to talk to other people. I think we need to ask, other people for different angles on the whole situation. Old Jonas is over there. Take a seat, youngster. Have yourself a drink. You don't need to be rushing about all the time. Oh, I do. What do you know about Patrick Pierce's death? Patrick? Yeah, I knew Patrick. The kid died in his sleep one day, and Dr. Pasquale couldn't figure out what signed his death sentence. Patrick's brother threw a tantrum, demanded that the doctor perform the autopsy again, so he did. And nothing, I still couldn't figure it out. And now doctor is far too busy saving people's lives to be spending too much time on the dead, you dig? There's so much stuff medicine as a science hasn't even scratched yet. So I can see why sometimes you gotta pull the line. I don't know what pulling the line means, but never you mind. Sad, but we can't have all the answers. It wasn't a contagious disease or some other devil, and that's the most important thing. Can you tell me what he was like as a person? Huh? Doctor? Oh yeah, the kid was good. Yeah, sure. I remember him talking about his life, his little brother. Both of them were dealt some real bad cards right from the start of their lives, but that kid was a survivor. It was tough. That's what he was. Shame. Arlene? Hey, see that guy in the corner? The one that looks like a train wreck? That's Lennox Pierce. Try not to disturb the poor fellow, okay? Come to the bar if all the other seats are taken. Just leave his table alone. No, I did the thing. It doesn't matter. What do you know about Patrick Pierce's death? Looking at his brother over there, I wish I knew more, but I can only tell you what we all know. Pat died in his sleep. Thinking about it, what if Pasquale found out what killed Pat, and it turned out it was agonizingly painful, and that he was struggling the whole time? Would you like to learn something like that? I don't know what's better of the two. I really don't. Can you tell me what he was like as a person? Pretty sweet, actually. We used to chat a lot whenever he showed up. He talked about his horrible past in Core City, how he survived the riots. He felt he did some bad things back then, how he's finally found a way to atone for what he did by leading a more peaceful life. Then Big Brett comes along and starts snagging about those stupid heaters for his hoppers. Oh, she doesn't like heaters. Okay, so we're establishing a network of dislikes. Kitty. So, Linus, or whatever his name is, doesn't like Brett. And the bartender doesn't like heaters. I don't know what the connection is so far. So, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about... we're talking to Tanner now. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about Patrick Pierce. Lennox is back again, I reckon. Yeah, why won't you help him? He just wants to find out what happened to his brother. It is not a matter of us not wanting to help him. We've done all we could. Patrick died in his sleep. Pasquale examined him after death and again after that, on Lennox's insistence. No visible traces of injury, external or internal. The body is still being kept on ice, even after a month or so, as he refuses to bury him. These things happen. He might have gotten in contact with something toxic, and unfortunately he passed on. I'm afraid Lennox is just looking for someone to blame for his loss so he could relieve his pain in a certain way. In a certain way? Or do you mean in some way? Because that means different things in English. Yeah, well, I guess that's that. So we're at level 3. Let's start going up on the levels. Although we might need to go down, but it doesn't matter for right now. We're gonna need to talk to everybody. That much is clear. Don't close the doors. I need that. Security guards, commoners. And Vera over here. Hacking 15, that's pathetically small. The problem is I think there might be somebody in there. I think there's a guard in there. We've seen this before, haven't we? Or maybe not. There's nothing important there. Well, at least I know what it is. Yeah, so this is Vera's level. Okay. Let's go to level 5, private quarters. There's also the private rooms of everybody. If I could get into... everybody's private room, that'd be kind of interesting. So that's hacking 50. I don't think I have enough time for this. What? Why? think I can get this one. Let's see. Yes, look at me. I mean, this is gonna be hacking as well, right? Whose room is this? Got a gas mask. I mean, some healing items. It's not too shabby. Oh yeah. Locked for 25. I think this is early game stuff, where you can definitely come here and get some stuff. Ooh, some money. Nice. Come here and get some stuff if you want to. You all you need is the lockpicks, which are actually not that easy to come across. But I might be onto something. Scope. Yeah, some interesting things, all things considered. I might be onto something here. If I need to explore the rooms... I don't think I can open these. Let's see. Camera doesn't see me. No, it does. Yep. Everybody's mad. Impossible. Yeah, I don't know what that symbol is. It's locked. That one is hacking. Okay. There's that door. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I can't do anything. Okay. That's this level. I'm not on to anything, as it turns out. And I'm also out of time for the day. So, for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.